This is just a portion of Mashkawigaabawid Abinoojiiyag, or Stand Strong Children. This new large-scale mural installation will be put on public display in the city of Selkirk. Standing at 12 feet tall and 160 feet long, the piece recognizes the legacy of the residential school system.
Something this important, I think, deserves that big of a canvas.
Jordan Stranger is the designer of the piece. He worked with elders to bring the final piece to life. Stranger says the size of the project allowed him to tell a full story, but it had to be simple.
Starting from, the beginnings of the Indigenous peoples of Canada and how wholesome we were and how connected we were to the land. And then that transition into those dark times, being stripped of your culture and being taken from your families. And then eventually carries on into, the mourning of the loss, the mourning of the loss of culture, and then thinking about, okay, what happens now?
Ernie Daniels is a residential school survivor and one of the elders who contributed to the project.
I think they captured the essence of the message for me, which is survival, resilience, and hope.
The project was led by JEANNIE Red Eagle. The emerging artist has lived in Selkirk for years. She says art can be a way to honor the history of Indigenous peoples, both bad and good.
It's important to pay respect to that, process. And it's also important that we as Indigenous people understand the significance of our history so that we can go forward in a really good way and so that we can help heal together with each other, with our community, with our families, but also within our community, within our non-Indigenous community.
The project brought together Indigenous and non-Indigenous artists, as well as local youth. Sierra Anderson spent the last 2 months lending her hand.
For me, it's been all about, learning and getting to learn about those teachings and the things that, I missed out on growing up, the things that have been forgotten in my family, as well as the path to healing through creating something so beautiful out of something so terrible.
The piece will be put on display sometime this summer. Brittany Hobson, APTN National News, Selkirk.